The big alien ship moved slowly through space toward Earth. Inside the ship, Ambassador Zixthara looked at the blue planet through the window. Her purple skin showed worry lines that her people made when they felt scared. "Are you sure about this mission?" asked her helper, a young alien named Krixtal. His green eyes looked nervous. Zixthara touched the datapad in her hands. For 50 Earth years, they had been watching human signals from space. They had seen movies, TV shows, and something humans called the Internet. Most of it seemed normal, but some things made no sense at all. "Look at this again," she said, showing Krixtal the screen. "Humans call them murder mittens. They also say danger beans. What kind of weapons are these?" On the screen was a video of a small, furry creature with 4 legs. It had pointed ears and a long tail. The creature was sitting in a sunny spot, cleaning its paw with its tongue. "The humans seem to love these murder mitten creatures," Krixtal said. "They make thousands of videos about them. They even dress them in small clothes." Zixthara shook her head. "That makes it worse. They are so comfortable with these weapons that they treat them like toys. What does that say about how dangerous humans really are?" Captain Jake Morrison stood on the bridge of the UES Discovery. He was a tall man with short brown hair and kind eyes. Today felt special. It was the day humans would meet aliens for the first time. "Captain, the alien ship is asking to dock with us," said Lieutenant Ben Harris. Ben was the head of security. He was a strong man who always stayed calm. "Let them dock," Jake said. "Dr. Parker, are you ready?" Dr. Lisa Parker nodded. She was a scientist who studied life forms. She had been waiting for this day her whole life. "I have been ready for years, Captain. This will change everything we know." The alien ship connected to the Discovery with a soft bump. Jake, Ben, and Lisa walked to the meeting room. They wore their best uniforms. Lisa carried a small computer. With information about Earth Dot, the door opened with a hiss. 3 aliens walked in. They were taller than humans and had purple skin. Their leader wore a beautiful robe with silver patterns. "I am Ambassador Zixthara," the leader said in perfect English. "We come in peace from the Galactic Council." "Welcome," Jake said with a smile. "I am Captain Morrison. This is Dr. Parker and Commander Harris. We are happy to meet you." The meeting started well. The aliens seemed friendly. They asked about Earth's oceans, mountains, and cities. They wanted to know about human culture and history. Lisa answered their questions with excitement. Then Zixthara asked, "We must speak about your biological weapons program." Jake looked confused. "What biological weapons?" "We do not have any biological weapons here. Please do not lie to us." Krixtal sighed, his voice shaking a little. "We have seen the evidence." "You call them murder mittens," Lisa blinked. "Murder mittens? I do not understand." Zixthara showed them her data pad. On the screen was a video of a small cat playing with a toy mouse. "Your people make thousands of videos about these creatures. You call their feet murder mittens. You say they have danger beans. These must be weapons." Lisa started to laugh, but then she saw how scared the aliens looked. "Oh no, I think there has been a big mistake. Those are not weapons. Those are cats. They are our pets." "Pets?" Zixthara asked. "You mean you keep these murder mitten creatures in your homes?" "Yes," Lisa said. "Cats are small animals that live with us. We love them. They are our friends." Ben leaned forward. "My wife has too. Cats at home, Fluffy and Snowball. They sleep on our bed every night." The 3 aliens looked at each other with wide eyes. Krixtal made a small noise that sounded like fear. "You let these creatures sleep near you while you are defenseless?" Zixthara asked. "How many humans do they kill each year?" "Kill?" Jake laughed. "Cats do not kill humans. They are tiny. Most of them weigh less than 10 pounds. But we have seen them hunt, Zixthara said. They move like shadows. They have sharp claws that hide inside their paws. They can see in the dark. They catch birds out of the air. Lisa nodded. Yes, cats are good hunters. But they hunt mice and small birds, not humans. We keep them as pets because they are cute and loving. Cute? Crickstal whispered. You find these perfect killing machines cute? Very cute, Ben said. Wait until you hear them purr. It is the most peaceful sound in the world. The aliens looked more worried now. Zixthara stood up quickly. We need time to think about this information. This meeting is over for now. But wait, Lisa called out. I can show you more about cats. They are really wonderful animals. No, Zixthara said firmly. We have heard enough. Any species that keeps murder mittens as pets must be more dangerous than we thought. The aliens left the room quickly. Jake, Ben, and Lisa sat alone, confused about what had just happened. I think they are scared of cats, Lisa said. How can anyone be scared of cats? Ben asked. My cats are afraid of the vacuum cleaner. Jake rubbed his head. This is going to be harder than we thought. We need to figure out how to fix this. Outside in space, the alien ship moved away from the Discovery. Inside, Zixthara sent an urgent message to the Galactic Council. The humans are more dangerous than we feared, she wrote. They live with murder mittens and call them pets. They find these weapons cute. We may need to rethink our approach to Earth. The great hall of the Galactic Council was full of worried voices. Representatives from 20 different worlds sat around a huge round table. In the center, a big screen showed videos from Earth.Council leader Mordex hit his staff on the floor. 3 times. The noise made everyone stop talking. He was old and wise, with silver scales that shined under the lights. We are here to talk about the Earth problem, Mordex said in his deep voice. Ambassador Zixthara has sent us disturbing news. A tall, thin alien stood up. This was Quinara from the bug-like Kithara people. Her 4 arms moved as she talked. The evidence is clear. Humans keep dangerous creatures in their homes. They call these creatures murder mittens. Show us the proof, said another voice. This came from Glubton, who lived underwater on his home world. His fish-like head had big round eyes. The screen lit up with a video. It showed a small orange cat sitting by a fishbowl. The cat watched the fish swim around and around. Then the cat put its paw in the water very fast and caught a fish. All the aliens made sounds of fear and surprise. Look how fast it moves, Quinara said. See those sharp claws? They hide inside its paws until it needs them. This is a perfect weapon. Another video played. This one showed a cat at night, walking through a garden. Its eyes glowed green in the dark. It moved without making any sound. A small mouse ran across the grass. The cat jumped and caught it in one quick move. Night vision and silent movement, said Admiral Thokran from the warrior planet Hegemony. He was big and strong, with red skin and scars on his face. These creatures are built for killing. Glubton's gills moved fast with fear, and they can catch fish with their bare paws. No tools, no weapons, just their natural murder mittens. The screen showed more videos. Cats climbing straight up trees. Cats jumping from high places and landing safely. Cats playing with toy mice, showing their hunting moves. The worst part, Zixthara said through the communication system, is that humans love these creatures. They make millions of videos about them. They buy them special food and toys. They even dress them in small clothes. That proves how dangerous humans are, Admiral Thokran said, hitting the table with his big fist. Only the most fearless species would keep such creatures as pets. Council Leader Mordex looked at all the scared faces around the table. What do our experts say about this? Dr. Vexila stood up. She was a scientist who studied different life forms across the galaxy. Her people had purple fur and big, smart eyes. I have studied the human data for weeks, she said. These murder-mitten creatures are everywhere in human society. Humans call them cats. They live in human homes, sleep in their beds, and even eat food prepared by humans. Eat food prepared by humans? Quinara asked. You mean humans feed these? Weapons? Yes, Dr. Vexila said. And the cats bring dead animals to the humans as gifts. Small birds, mice, sometimes even larger creatures. Glubtown's eyes got even bigger. Tribute payments. The humans must pay these creatures to keep them happy. Or maybe, Admiral Thokran said slowly, the cats are showing humans how to kill, teaching them hunting techniques. The room got very quiet. This idea scared everyone. On Earth, Dr. Amy Chun was having a normal day at her animal clinic. She was a small woman with kind eyes and gentle hands. She loved taking care of animals. Okay, Whiskers, she said to a fat, gray cat on her table. Time for your checkup. Whiskers purred and rubbed his head against Dr. Chun's hand. She listened to his heart with her stethoscope. She checked his teeth and looked in his ears. You are a healthy boy, she told Whiskers. Your owner takes good care of you. Mrs. Peterson, an old lady with white hair, smiled. He is my best friend. He sits with me when I watch TV. He sleeps on my bed every night. Dr. Chun gave Whiskers his yearly shots. He did not like them, but he did not fight. He just made a small, sad sound. They're all done, Dr. Chun said. He can go home now. Mrs. Peterson put Whiskers in his carrier. Thank you, Dr. Chun. See you next year. Dr. Chun did not know that alien eyes were watching her clinic from space. She did not know that her gentle care of cats was seen as something scary by beings. Across the galaxy at the TV station across town, news reporter Rick Thompson was getting ready for his evening show. He was a friendly man with a nice voice that people trusted. Good evening, he said to the camera. Today marks the third day of talks between Earth and the Galactic Council. The alien visitors are still on board the UES Discovery, but sources say the meetings have hit some problems. Rick looked at his notes. Government officials say the talks are going well, but no details have been shared with the public. Many people are wondering when we will learn more about our new alien friends. He smiled at the camera. In other news, the city animal shelter reports that more people are adopting cats and dogs than ever before. Maybe the excitement about meeting aliens is making people want companionship. Back in the Galactic Council chamber, the debate continued. We must be very careful, Council Leader Mordex said. If humans are comfortable living with such dangerous creatures, what does that tell us about humans themselves? They might be the most dangerous species we have ever met, Admiral Thokran said. Any species that keeps murder mittens as pets must be incredibly brave or incredibly deadly. Dr. Vexila showed more videos. Look at this. Human children playing with these cats. The cats could hurt them easily, but they do not. Why? Maybe the cats are waiting, Quinara said with fear in her voice. Maybe they are learning human weaknesses. Or maybe, Clubton added, the humans have made some kind of deal with them. Protection in exchange for food and shelter. Council. Leader Mordex thought about this. We need more information before we make any decisions. The safety of the entire galaxy might depend on understanding this relationship between humans and their murder mittens. The meeting ended with no clear answers. But one thing was certain. Every alien in the galaxy was now afraid of Earth's cats, and even more afraid of the humans who loved them. Commander Velcris checked his invisible suit one more time. He was the best spy in the Galactic Council's Secret Service. His job was to watch Earth without being seen. "Remember," he said to his team through their mind radios, "we must learn the truth about humans and their murder mittens. Stay hidden. Do not let them see you." His team had 3 other aliens. Zeptic was good at taking pictures from far away. Nimrod could hear sounds from very far distances. Torvin was their computer expert who could hack into human systems. Landed their small, invisible ship in a forest near a quiet human town. The place looked peaceful. Small houses with yards full of green grass lined the streets. But Velkris knew this was just a trick. Somewhere in those houses, humans were, living with murder mittens. "Target identified," Zeptic said quietly. 1 human female, approximately 60 years old. 3 murder mitten creatures in the house. Through his special watching device, Velkris could see inside a small blue house. An old human woman with gray hair was sitting in a chair. A big black cat was sleeping on her lap. 2 other cats, one orange and one with stripes, were lying nearby. "The human's name is Helen Davis," Torvin said, reading from his computer. "Retired teacher. Lives alone with 3 cats named Mittens, Shadow, and Tiger." Velkris felt his hearts beat faster. The human had actually named one of her murder mittens Mittens. Mittens. How could she be so calm about living with such danger? "Look at this," Imra whispered. "The human is making strange sounds at the creatures." Through their listening device, they could hear Helen talking to her cats. "Who's a good boy?" she said in a soft voice. "Yes, you are, Shadow. You are such a good boy." The black cat opened its eyes and made a loud, rumbling sound. The aliens jumped back in fear. "What was that noise?" Zeptic asked, his voice shaking. "Unknown," Velkris said. "It could be some kind of weapon charging up. Or maybe a threat sound." They watched as Helen gently petted the black cat. The rumbling sound got louder. Instead of running away, Helen smiled and petted the cat more. "She is not afraid," Torvin said in amazement. "How can she be so calm?" The team watched for hours. They saw Helen give the cats food in small bowls. They saw her fill a box with sand for the cats to use as a bathroom. They saw her play with the cats using a small toy on a string. "Training," Velkris said. "She is keeping their hunting skills sharp." Then something happened that made all the aliens very scared. The orange cat, Tiger, came to Helen carrying something in his mouth. It was a small, dead mouse. "Oh, Tiger," Helen said with a smile. "You brought me a present. Thank you, sweetie." She gently took the mouse from Tiger and threw it away. Then she petted Tiger and gave him a small treat. "Did you see that?" Zeptic whispered. "The murder mitten brought her a kill. Like a tribute, and she rewarded it," Nimra added. "She is encouraging this behavior." Velkris recorded everything. This was proof that humans were training these creatures. But for what purpose? As the sun went down, they watched Helen prepare for sleep. She changed into soft clothes and brushed her teeth. Then she got into her bed. All 3 cats followed. "Her? No," Torvin said in horror. "She is going to sleep with them." The aliens watched as Helen settled under her blankets. Mittens curled up by her feet. Shadow lay down next to her side. Tiger stretched out across the bottom of the bed. "She is completely vulnerable," Velkris said. "They could kill her easily while she sleeps, but they do not. Why? Maybe she has special protection," Zeptic suggested. "Some kind of force field we cannot see." They took turns watching all night. Nothing happened. Helen slept peacefully, with 3 murder mittens around her. In the morning, she woke up, and the first thing she did was pet each cat and say good morning. The next day brought even more confusing observations. They watched Tiger climb high up in a tall tree, chasing a bird. He moved like water, flowing from branch to branch with perfect balance. "Look at those climbing skills," Velcris said. "No human could follow him up there." But then Tiger got scared and could not get down. He sat on a high branch and made loud, worried sounds. Helen came outside and saw him. "Oh, Tiger," she called up to him. "You silly boy, come down." Tiger made more scared sounds. Helen went back inside and came out with a can of something. She opened it, and the smell made Tiger very excited. "Come on," Helen said sweetly. "I have your favorite food. Come down and get it." Slowly, carefully, Tiger climbed down the tree. When he reached the ground, Helen gave him the food and petted him gently. "She rescued him," Nimra said in confusion. "The creature was trapped, and she helped it." "Maybe she was protecting her investment," Velcris said. "She needs to keep her murder mittens healthy for whatever she is planning." That afternoon, they watched Helen sit outside in her garden. All 3 cats were with her. Mittens was chasing a butterfly. Shadow was rolling in the dirt. Tiger was sleeping in a sunny spot. A neighbor came over to talk. It was another human woman, younger with brown hair. "Your cats look so happy, Helen," the neighbor said. "They are good boys," Helen replied. "Well, Mittens is a girl, but they are all my babies." "I wish I could have a cat," the neighbor said. "But my apartment does not allow pets." Helen looked sad for her neighbor. "That is too bad. Cats make wonderful companions. They are loving and funny, and they make the house feel less empty." The aliens looked at each other. Companions? The humans thought these murder mittens were companions? Back on their ship, Velcris sent his report to the Galactic Council. "The situation is worse than we feared," he wrote. "Humans are not just keeping murder mittens as weapons. They have formed emotional bonds with them. They care for them like family members. They share their beds and homes with these creatures." He included all the videos and pictures his team had taken. The human subject appears to have complete trust in her murder mittens. She shows no fear, even when they demonstrate their hunting abilities. This suggests that either humans are incredibly brave, or they have some unknown power over these creatures. "Most disturbing of all," he continued, "the murder mittens seem to protect the human. They bring her gifts of their kills and stay with her when she is most vulnerable. This relationship is unlike anything we have seen in the galaxy." The report ended with a warning. Any species that can form such bonds with natural predators must be approached with extreme caution. "We recommend keeping Earth under observation until we better understand this phenomenon." On Earth, Helen Davis had no idea that aliens were watching her. She made herself a cup of tea and sat down to watch the evening news. Mittens jumped onto her lap and began that loud, rumbling sound again. "That's right, sweetie," Helen said, stroking Mittens' soft fur. "Mama loves you too." In space, the alien observers shivered with fear at the sound of purring, not knowing it was the sound of pure contentment and love. Dr. Lisa Parker was getting frustrated. For 3 days, the alien talks had gone nowhere. Every time she tried to explain about cats, the aliens looked more scared. "Captain Morrison," she said, walking into his office, "we need to try something different. The aliens will not listen to words. Maybe they need to see the truth with their own eyes." Jake looked up from his papers. He had been reading reports about the failed meetings. "What do you have in mind, Dr. Parker?" "I want to set up a video call," Lisa said. "My friend Dr. Amy Chun runs an animal clinic back on Earth. She has cats at her clinic all the time. If the aliens can see her actually working with cats, maybe they will understand." Jake thought about this. It might work. But what if it makes things worse? How can they get worse? Lisa asked. "Right now, the aliens think cats are weapons and humans are the most dangerous species in the galaxy. Jake nodded. Okay, set it up. An hour later, Lisa sat in the meeting room with Ambassador Zixthara and her team. On the big screen, Dr. Amy Chun appeared from her clinic on Earth. Hello, Amy said with a friendly smile. Dr. Parker told me you want to learn about cats. Zixthara leaned forward nervously. We want to understand why humans keep murder mittens as pets. Amy looked confused. Murder mittens? Oh, you mean their paws. That is just a funny name people use on the internet. Cats are not dangerous to humans. But we have seen videos, Kriksdal said. They have sharp claws and they hunt. Yes, cats are hunters, Amy agreed. But they hunt mice and small birds, not people. Watch this. Amy reached under her desk and picked up a small white cat. The aliens all moved back in their chairs. This is Patches, Amy said. He lives here at the clinic. He is very friendly. Patches yawned, showing his small, sharp teeth. The aliens made worried sounds. See his teeth? Amy said. They look scary, but they are just for eating. Patches uses them to eat his cat food. Then, Patches did something that made the aliens jump. He stretched his paws and his claws came out. 5 sharp, curved claws on each front paw. Those are his claws, Amy explained calmly. Cats can pull them in and out when they need them. But look what he does with them. Patches began to knead Amy's arm with his paws. His claws came out a little bit, but he was very gentle. Then he started to purr, a loud, happy sound. He is making that weapon sound again, Zixthara whispered. Amy laughed. That is not a weapon sound. That is purring. Cats purr when they are happy and relaxed. It means Patches likes me. But why does he push his murder mittens into your arm? Kriksdal asked. It is called kneading, Amy said. Cats do it when they feel safe and loved. Baby cats need their mothers when they drink milk. Adult cats need people they trust. The aliens watched as Patches rubbed his head against Amy's cheek. He looked completely relaxed and happy. Now watch this, Amy said. She put Patches on the examination table and took out a small toy mouse. She moved it across the table. Patches immediately became alert. His eyes got big, and he crouched down low. Then he pounced on the toy mouse, grabbing it with his paws. There, Amy said. You can see his hunting behavior. But notice that he knows the difference between a toy and a real threat. He is not trying to hurt me. Just then, the clinic door opened and a little girl came in with her mother. The girl was about 6 years old with blonde hair and pigtails. Dr. Chun, the girl called out happily. Is Patches here? Hi, Emma, Amy said. Yes, Patches is right here. Do you want to say hello? Emma ran over to the table. Patches saw her coming and meowed softly. Emma gently petted his head. He is so soft, Emma said. I love Patches. The aliens watched in amazement as this small human child fearlessly touched the murder mitten creature. Patches seemed to enjoy the attention. How can she do that? Zixthara asked. That child is so small, the creature could hurt her easily. Patches would never hurt Emma, Amy said. Cats are very gentle with children. They seem to know that children are young and need protection. Emma's mother smiled. Emma loves all animals. She wants to be a veterinarian like Dr. Chun when she grows up. That is wonderful, Amy said. Would you like to hold Patches, Emma? Can I? Emma asked. Excitedly, Amy showed Emma how to hold Patches safely. The cat relaxed in the little girl's arms and began to purr again. See? Amy said to the camera. This is what cats are really like. They are loving, gentle creatures who want to be close to humans. The video call was interrupted when Lisa's phone buzzed. She looked at it and smiled. Ambassador Zixthara, Lisa said. I have another person who wants to talk to you. This is Marine Sergeant Ray Collins. He is one of our strongest soldiers. The screen changed to show a big, tough-looking man in military uniform. He had scars on his face and very serious eyes. Ma'am, Ray said politely to Zixthara. Dr. Parker said you wanted to know about cats. Yes, Zixthara said. We want to understand why humans keep these creatures. Ray's serious face suddenly changed completely. A big smile spread across his face. Hold on, let me get my wife. Susan, come here. Bring Peanut. A woman appeared on the screen carrying a tiny orange kitten. The kitten was so small it fit in her hands. This is Peanut, Susan said. We just adopted him last week. Ray, this big, scary soldier, immediately started talking in a silly, high voice. Who's a good little baby? Who's the cutest little guy in the whole world? The tiny kitten mewed softly and tried to climb up Susan's shirt. Ray gently took the kitten and held it against his chest. Look at those little paws, Ray said in his baby voice. Such tiny little murder mittens. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. The aliens stared in shock. This human warrior, who could probably defeat 10 aliens in battle, was completely gentle with this tiny creature. He protects our country, Susan explained to the camera. But at home, he is the softest person you could ever meet, especially with animals. Peanut fell asleep in Ray's big hands. The tough soldier looked like he might cry from happiness. This is why we keep cats, Ray said, his voice now normal but still soft. They make us feel peaceful. They remind us that there is still gentleness and love in the world. Zixthara sat quietly for a long moment. Everything she thought she knew was wrong. These murder mittens were not weapons. They were beloved family members. I think, she said slowly, we have made a very big mistake. Crystal nodded. These creatures are not dangerous to humans. Humans love them. But how? Zixthara asked. How can you love something that is built to hunt and kill? Lisa smiled. Because we see past what they can do to who they really are. Cats choose to be gentle with us. They could use their claws and teeth to hurt us, but they do not. Instead, they share their lives with us. That makes humans even more amazing, Crystal said with wonder in his voice. You can see the good in creatures that others might fear. Amy spoke from the screen. Maybe that is what makes humans special. We do not judge others by what they look like or what they could do. We judge them by how they treat us. For the first time since the aliens arrived, Zixthara felt hope instead of fear. Maybe humans were not dangerous. Maybe they were something much better. Maybe they were wise. 2 weeks later, the Great Hall of the Galactic Council was full again. But this time, the mood was very different. Instead of fear and worry, there was curiosity and wonder. Council leader Mordix stood at the center of the room. Next to him was a large screen showing Earth. Today, he announced, we welcome Earth as the newest member of the Galactic Council. All the aliens clapped their hands, tentacles, or whatever they used for clapping. Ambassador Zixthara stood with Captain Jake Morrison and Dr. Lisa Parker. She looked much more relaxed than she had 2 weeks ago. I must make a public apology, Zixthara said to the crowd. We badly misunderstood the relationship between humans and their cats. What we thought were biological weapons are actually beloved companions. Admiral Thokron, the big warrior, raised his hand. But Ambassador, we have all seen the videos. These cats are perfect hunters. How can humans be so comfortable with them? Dr. Lisa Parker stepped forward. That is exactly what makes this relationship special. Cats could hurt us if they wanted to, but they choose not to. They choose to love us instead. She pressed a button, and the screen showed a new video. It was Helen Davis, the old woman the aliens had been watching. She was sitting in her garden with her 3 cats. This is Helen, Lisa said. She is a retired teacher who lives alone. Mittens, Shadow, and Tiger are her family now. They keep her company and make her happy. The video showed Helen reading a book while Mittens slept on her lap. Shadow was chasing a butterfly nearby. Tiger was rolling in the warm dirt. See how peaceful they all look? Lisa asked. This is what the relationship is really about. It is about love, trust, and companionship. Dr. Vexila, the purple-furred scientist, stood up. But why do cats choose to live with humans? What do they get from this relationship? Food, shelter, medical care, and love, Lisa answered. We take care of them, and they give us friendship in return. It is a partnership that has lasted for thousands of years. Glubton, the fish-like alien, raised a flipper. What about the hunting? We saw cats bringing dead animals to humans. Lisa smiled. Cats bring us gifts because they love us. When a cat brings you a dead mouse, it means they think of you as family. They want to share their success with you. Like how we share food with our podmates, Glubton said with understanding. Exactly. Lisa nodded. Quinn single quotes era representative of the bug-like people clicked her mandibles thoughtfully. This changes everything we thought about humans. If you can form bonds with natural predators, what does that say about your species? Captain Jake Morrison stepped forward. It says that we believe in the good in others. We do not fear something just because it looks different or has abilities we do not have. That is a very rare quality in the galaxy, Council Leader Mordex said. Most species fear anything that could potentially harm them. Maybe that is why cats choose to live with us, Lisa said. Because we are not afraid of them. We see them as friends, not threats. The ceremony continued with the official signing of Earth's membership papers. But the real celebration began when Lisa made a special announcement. As Earth's first cultural ambassador, she said, I want to share something with all of you. The screen changed to show Dr. Amy Chun at her clinic. Next to her was a special transport carrier. We have brought some cats here today, Amy said, through the video link, so you can meet them in person. Several aliens moved back nervously as Amy opened the carrier. Out stepped a beautiful gray cat with blue eyes. It was calm and curious, looking around at all the strange new faces. This is Luna, Amy said softly. She is very gentle and friendly. She loves meeting new people. Luna walked slowly across the floor toward the aliens. Most of them stayed very still, not sure what to do. But Dr. Vexila, the scientist with purple fur, leaned down closer. Hello, Luna, Dr. Vexila said quietly. Luna looked up at her and made a soft meowing sound. Then she did something amazing. She walked right up to Dr. Vexila and rubbed against her leg. Oh, Dr. Vexila said with surprise. She is so soft and warm. Luna began to purr, that deep, happy sound that had scared the aliens before. But now Dr. Vexila understood what it meant. She likes me, Dr. Vexila said with wonder in her voice. This little predator actually likes me. One by one, other aliens became brave enough to meet Luna. Admiral Thokron, the big warrior, was surprised when Luna was not afraid of him at all. She walked right up to his big boots and sniffed them. She is so small, he said, but she has no fear. What a brave little creature. Glubton used his water tank to get closer. Luna was fascinated by the bubbles in his tank. She tried to touch them through the glass with her paw. She is curious, Glubton observed, like a scientist. She wants to understand new things. Even Quinara, with her forearms and bug-like appearance, found that Luna was not afraid of her. Luna seemed to think. Quinara's extra arms were interesting. I understand now, Quinara said. These cats judge others by their actions, not their appearance, just like humans do. The meeting ended with something no one expected. Several aliens asked if they could adopt cats for their own worlds. "We need to be very careful," Lisa said. "Cats are Earth animals. They need special care and the right environment. But maybe, in time, we can work something out." Back on Earth, the news was spreading fast. Rick Thompson, the TV reporter, was excited to share the big story. "Tonight," he said to the camera, "Earth officially joined the Galactic Council. But the real story is how our pet cats almost prevented first contact with aliens." He explained about the misunderstanding and how the aliens had thought cats were weapons. People all over Earth laughed and hugged their cats a little tighter. Doctor Amy Chun was interviewed for the news. "It just shows how different species can misunderstand each other," she said. "But once we explained the truth, the aliens understood. They even want to learn more about cats." In her small blue house, Helen Davis watched the news with amazement. Mittens was on her lap, Shadow was by her feet, and Tiger was stretched across the back of her chair. "Did you hear that, boys?" she said to her cats. "You almost caused an intergalactic incident." Mittens purred and kneaded her leg gently with his paws. Shadow yawned and went back to sleep. Tiger just flicked his tail, as if he was not impressed by all the fuss. Helen laughed. "You do not care about being famous, do you? You just want dinner and a warm place to sleep." The story spread across the galaxy fast. Some alien species were fascinated by the human-cat relationship. Others were still nervous about it. But everyone agreed on one thing. Humans were unlike any species they had ever met. On the research station orbiting Jupiter, Dr. Lisa Parker was already working on her next project. The aliens had asked her to explain other Earth animals that humans kept as pets. "Wait until they learn about dogs," she said to Captain Morrison. "If they thought cats were scary, dogs are going to really confuse them." Jake laughed. "Why?" "Because dogs are descended from wolves," Lisa said. "And wolves are much bigger than cats." Jake thought about this. "You know, Lisa, I think we are going to have many more interesting conversations with our new alien friends." "I hope so," Lisa said. "But next time, maybe we should start with goldfish. They seem less threatening." Months later, the galaxy had gotten used to the idea that humans lived with small predators called cats. Some aliens even started to think it was cool. A few brave alien scientists asked to study cats to understand the relationship better. The Galactic Council created a new department called Interspecies Relationship Studies. Dr. Lisa Parker was put in charge of it. Her job was to help different species understand each other better. But the biggest change was in how other aliens saw humans. Before, they had thought humans might be dangerous because they kept cats. Now they realized humans were special because they could see the good in others, even in creatures that looked scary. Humans, Council Leader Mordex said in his final report, are not the most physically strong species in the galaxy. They are not the smartest or the fastest, but they have something more valuable. They have the ability to find friendship in the most unlikely places. Any species that can turn a predator into a companion through nothing but love and kindness is not to be feared. They are to be respected. And perhaps, if we are lucky, they can teach the rest of us how to see the universe the way they do. And on Earth, in millions of homes, cats continued to do what they had always done. They purred on their humans' laps, brought them gifts of dead mice, and slept peacefully beside them every night. They had no idea that they had helped change how the entire galaxy viewed their human companions. The murder mittens had, in their own special way, helped bring peace to the stars.